So then, let us begin on the Robin storylines. It would help if I didn't click, if I clicked on the game rather than clicking on the OBS preview screen. I'm always making that mistake. Let us begin. Room is in the air. Now, I feel like Robin has had the most inconsistent voice at our playthroughs. Let's skip on ahead. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a weird beginning one. We're supposed to begin with "Leave me alone." I'd forgotten that was even an option to be that mean to Lauren. It'd be better if you just go home. I'll make it home on my own a bit later. I need to get my thoughts together. You're always alone as it is, Mia. I don't think it's doing any good for your outlook on life. Lauren, please, just be on your way. I don't need company now. Fine, as you wish, I'm leaving. If I were you, I would be friendlier to those who want to help you. What am I doing? Lauren is my only friend at the academy, and she's a half-blood like me. I should have more appreciation for her being nice to me. I wish I weren't here in the academy garden, but someplace else, somewhere where no one knows me. Or better yet, if I was invisible. So that I could walk among the human and elves, and no one would notice or bother me. That would be great. Why am I such a loser? Sometimes it seems like everything I do is doomed to fail. Those dark rose, they're beautiful and rich. Okay, so we're going for... Leave me alone, stay where I am. Skip on ahead. Stay where I am, gonna get bullied. Okay, now... we don't say anything. Okay, again. So we still haven't seen what happens when we tell him. I wouldn't say so. Go home this instant. Oh, this is different because we were mean to Lauren before. Don't think that I'm mad at you for telling me to leave. I understand you wanted to be alone for some time. So how are you? Actually, I was just thinking of skipping classes. Avoiding your problems won't get you anywhere. The more you avoid them, the more they'll be. Yeah, I suppose you're right. I should get myself together and just do what I must. That's the spirit. Well, 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 what do we have here? Yep, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Skip on ahead. Okay, this time we're telling Lauren about Robin. That's new. I suppose it won't hurt anyone if I tell Lauren about him. Actually, there is one guy. He's human. We've known each other since childhood. From the time when I lived in the lower district amongst humans. Ooh, now that is interesting. What's he like? What's his name? Is he cute? Lauren is so curious. Well then, I might as well tell her, since I've decided to let the cat out of the bag. His name is Robin, and yes, he's very cute. He has wavy dark hair and bright blue eyes. He's very delicate, but he can be persistent as well. Persistent? Tell me more. He came to my house many times and waited for me despite the butler kicking him out every time. Even despite that, he kept coming and waiting for me until we finally met. I'm so happy you have an admirer. Honestly, I'm even a little jealous. I wish Cousin Willie would show some feelings for me. I don't even know whether he likes me or not. He's special, you know? Very smart, brave. Sometimes it seems like he knows everything in the world. And he's so sweet. Good evening, ladies. I hope I am not disturbing you. Cousin Wilhelm. Oh, you could never disturb. Darling cousin, you were too kind to me as usual. And who is this sweet lady with you? You must be Mia, my cousin's friend. You're right, Wilhelm. This is Mia Silverlight. I've told you about her. Glad to meet you. Wilhelm gallantly kissed my hand. Yeah, okay. I better not make the professor angry. skip on ahead. Now we don't listen on the conversation. That's interesting. It does make me feel extremely curious, but I better mind my own business. So this is when Darkstone is talking to our uncle, and we find out that our uncle is actually involved in the case, or investigating the case somewhat. I paused for a while and took a step toward the living room. Suddenly, the door of the study flew open, and a stranger literate. Why am I suddenly having literally? And a stranger literally crashed into me. I was so surprised I almost fell over.
Milady, I beg your pardon. I didn't see you there.
My eyes widened in astonishment. So the detective is a dark elf? Though the light elves are rather strong in magic, their strength pales when compared to that of the dark elves. Among the light elves, you can often come across those who have either weak magic or no magic at all, but dark elves always have strong magic powers. That's why dark elves always become priests, sorcerers, healers, or warlocks. Coming across one of them whose work isn't connected with magic is next to impossible. The surprise must have been written on my face because the detective smiled.
Don't look at me like that, or I'll think that you like me.
I felt embarrassed and started blushing. He looked at me attentively.
Let me guess, you're the niece of Lord Askold Silverlight?
I nodded, but then it occurred to me that it wasn't polite enough. Yes, you're right. My name is Mia. I stopped speaking because I had no idea what to talk to the detective about.
I haven't introduced myself. My name is Maximilian Blackwood. I'm a detective. I'm investigating the recent murders in the lower district.
I didn't think it was a good idea to show that I already know all of that. It would be awkward if he starts thinking that I asked someone about him. So that's why I pretended to be surprised. Detective? I thought dark elves only do magic.
Yeah, that's good. That's a much better foot to start off with. This is just some casual racism. Oh, not me. I can be considered a black sheep because I have absolutely no magic powers.
Oops, why did I say that? What if this was his pet peeve? What was I thinking anyway? Forgive me, I didn't know.
No need to apologize. I have absolutely no problem with being a bit different from my tribesmen. Besides, Old Man Askold has enough magic for two. So if I find myself needing magic, I come here.
Old Man Askold? Never heard someone call him that. Everyone is usually afraid of him.
Oh, I was never fooled by his artificial seriousness. I know for sure the old man is much sweeter and kinder than he tries to appear.
Sweeter and kinder? What if I'm wrong about my uncle? Perhaps it would have been better if I didn't go to the professor yesterday, but went home and talked to Uncle. Then I would have avoided the ridiculous love confession situation. It would probably top the list of stupid things I'd done, if I had such a list. You must know my uncle very well.
Yes, that's true. He's an old friend of my father. They used to be colleagues at the Ministry of Science and Magic before Lord Silverlight started to work privately. I'm afraid it's time for me to go. Please excuse me, but I'm in quite a hurry.
Huh? Yes, of course. Goodbye. The detective disappeared as quickly as he had appeared. His loud voice and rash movements show that he's very active. Those like him are always keeping themselves busy. I must admit, this elf has made a good impression on me. Oh, I didn't even notice how much time I've spent on all these conversations. I must hurry to the academy or I'll be late. At least it's good that music is first class today.
You're more than positive that that list exists, Mia. Maybe not physically, but it's there. A list of stupid things Mia has done. Yeah, I imagine probably multiple people keep a list of stupid things Mia has done. Also, no idea how this lens flare seems to be coming out of, like, the keyhole of the door frame. Music class, this is where
This is where, what's-his-face sends us a note. Walk past. I have nothing to talk about, so we are not going. Okay. Okay, right, because we met Maximilian now beforehand. Rather than just hearing him through the door. Mia. Whoa, that was weird. I just drew a complete blank on what Mia's voice was. His name is Maximilian Blackwood, and he's quite attractive. I accidentally ran into him in the Magic Hall when I was walking past Uncle's study. And you know what? He's a dark elf. A dark elf? Then why did he become a detective? Surely he already had a place reserved somewhere at the Elite Academy for Mages. That's the point. He doesn't have any magic powers. Amazing, isn't it? That's strange. I've never heard of any dark elf not having magic powers. It's like a fish that can't swim. How did you find out? You didn't ask, did you? Well, it just happened. But he wasn't hurt. It seems like it doesn't bother him at all. I hope this Maximilian Blackwood manages to take care of the murderer, because I keep getting the chills every time I hear of a new killing. Yeah, that makes me uncomfortable too. I remembered about the stranger in the garden, and decided not to tell Lauren about that encounter. She takes everything to heart, and may start worrying. Sorry about bumping the table. After classes, Lauren and I stayed to chat at our favourite spot in the garden behind the academy. I was curious to know whether Alistair is waiting for me in the place he stated in his note. Then again, it doesn't matter, because I'm grimly determined to avoid seeing him today. It's a shame that Coozing Willie won't pick me up today. I've gotten so used to him being around. You know, it's so hurtful that he always calls me cousin. Yep. You know, you want to fuck your cousin. We get it, Lauren. We have no experience talking to boys. What about that human guy? Robin, was it? Remember? You told me about him. The thing is, I like Robin, but only as a friend. He's wonderful and kind, but he's like a brother to me. What bitter irony. You have a guy that loves you, but for you, he's like a brother. And I have a cousin who I love as a boyfriend, but he treats me like a sister. I guess there's some poetic irony there. God, that even sounds stupid. Lauren, forget it. I've burdened you enough with my drama. I'm very sorry, but there's still plenty of guys out there. Just look around. You don't understand. I don't need other guys. There's no one like Wilhelm anyway. Or perhaps there's someone better than him. I'm sure that plenty of guys like you, considering how cute and attractive you are. I'd rather have him like me. Doesn't seem like I'm much of a good friend if I can't even ease Lauren's mind. I felt ashamed of myself, seeing that Lauren always found the right words when I was in need of support. All right, don't worry about it. I need to toughen up. Time to go home. Want to walk together? I need to drop by the library and return a home science book. But you go. See you in class tomorrow. See? In this universe, Lauren is the one who needs to go to the library. But when we mention that we need to go to the library, Lauren isn't like, oh, so do I. Weird. Very well then. See you. Lauren headed toward the academy, looking unhappy. That said, what was it that she sees in Wilhelm? All right. If Lauren doesn't want me to walk with her, then I had better head home. When I entered the mansion's yard, I felt memories wash over me. I've thought of that mysterious stranger in the black robe. I don't know if that information would be of help to Detective Blackwood, but I would definitely tell him when I see him. Not that I thought it could actually be the killer, but any information can help the investigation, right? Too bad Lauren went home alone today. Perhaps Wilhelm somehow managed to meet her after I left. At least, I hope so. I looked around to calm myself. Everything was silent. I was absolutely surely alone in the yard. Suddenly, something glared in the grass by the stairs. Yep, we find the crystal. We go out and we see Robin. Straight away, I remember what I heard about the mysterious killer who kills those like me.
All right. The crystal, Robin confirms that it's quartz.
There were traces of some powder on the victims' bodies, and each of them had a quartz crystal in its mouth. Coincidence? I don't think so. Are you feeling okay? Looks like I'll have to disturb Uncle and show him this crystal. Since Uncle Askold is helping investigate these murders, then he surely knows what the crystal used by the maniac looks like. Oh God, did I really run into the killer that time in the garden? Was it him who lost the crystal by the steps?
Slurring my words now.
Oh God, I was within an inch of... I mustn't panic. Nothing is clear yet.
Mia?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I just have to go home now. I think I saw Uncle's silhouette in the window. He will not be pleased.
Yeah,
I understand. Good night, then. Good night, Robin.
I literally land in my room. Fast forward. Huh? Okay, so we're talking about the quartz. We've taken it to Uncle. Why didn't you show it to me immediately?
It was late, and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Now, why didn't you explain why you thought that this item can be of interest to me? Oh, because he doesn't know that we overheard the conversation and then ran into Detective Blackwood now.
Well, a couple of days ago, I saw a mysterious stranger in our garden.
What are you talking about?
It was in the evening, so it was already dark out. I noticed some silhouette among the trees. It was a man in long black clothes, similar to a robe or a mantle. He started running away when I hailed him. At first, I didn't make anything of it and thought it was some thief I'd scared off. But then I found this stone and remembered what the newspapers wrote about the murderer's victims.
Why haven't you told me earlier about seeing someone in the garden? Don't you understand that now I'm responsible for your safety?
I didn't think it was that important.
God, Mia, you really are... Why would you not tell Askold about a potential thief you thought you'd scared off? That seems like important news. You can think whatever you want, but I'm the only living relative you have left. Furthermore, I am your guardian, and I'm responsible for you. You must notify me of any life-threatening events immediately.
Even though Uncle did look angry, he was still showing that he cared about me. He must be worried that he hadn't managed to provide a sufficient level of security for me. But it's actually my fault, and my stupidity.
I will have to report this information to Detective Blackwood.
But will you tell me what the stone is for?
You're so curious.
Uncle let out a heavy sigh and looked me in the face.
Okay, we don't need to hear this explanation again. Okay, no, apparently we do. All right, I'll tell you about the stone. You see, those idiots from the police think that with the help of this stone and other objects, the murderer is trying to imitate a magic ritual. You see, every magic act leaves traces, and the stronger the magic, the more visible the traces are. Such serious matters as a magic murder leave permanent surges of energy that disrupt space and reality. Those traces are invisible for people or elves without magic powers, but those who possess magic powers will see them straight away. For hundreds of years, mages have learned to hide the remains of their activity with the aid of various means. But there is a special type of mages, observers. They see any magic, even if no one else can determine it. Some of those mages work in the police.
So the observers didn't manage to see magic at the murder sites?
Correct. Those wastes of skin are used to relying solely on their powers, and that's why they absolutely ignore logic and common sense. They think that it's a regular maniac that's trying to make it seem like the killer is a magician.
What made you think that they are magic killings?
The powder that the killer uses. I've studied its contents and realized it's the thing that they're missing. The powder's composition is unique. Such an unexpected combination of ingredients could quite possibly have an effect that's unknown to us. Then why don't you test that combination of ingredients and demonstrate that it does mask magic effects? And I think, no, I'm sure, that the effect is full coverage of magic traces, even from the eyes of observers. but I can't prove that. I hope that my good friend, Detective Maximilian Blackwood, will be able to knock everyone flat on their butts when he finds the real murderer.
But what does that stone have to do with this?
The rock? Oh, yes. I'm sure that the murderer is a strong mage, most likely a necromancer. It's all precisely about the quartz crystal. If it has one curious property, when the crystal is used in a specific...
I thought I would loosen up over the course of this, but I really haven't.
When the crystal is used in a...
I swear... What is it about the Sundays that I really seem to struggle with my words? I mean, I guess it is a lot of reading, so...
Extal?
What's Extal?
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan today. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. When the crystal is used in a...
Fuck me.
When the crystal is used in a specific way, it's capable of absorbing the soul of a living creature and sealing it inside. Necromancers usually used it to later put souls into dead bodies, or golems. At first I was confused by the fact that the murderer doesn't take the crystals with him. But then I understood. He only needs the crystal as a conductor for absorbing souls at the moment of death. Then the necromancer transfers the soul to some container that he specially carries around with him for such needs.
It's the symbol name, or for crystal oscillators in circuits? Oh, okay.
The crystals that he leaves in the victim's mouths are empty, which means that the murderer kills half-elves, takes out their soul using the quartz crystal, and then transfers them to a safer place. After that, he performs a special ritual with the powder, the contents of which, by the looks of it, he invented himself. The powder masks traces of magic, thus making the observers think that this is only an imitation of a magic murder. If everything really is as I think, then the murderer must be a very strong and dangerous mage.
Uncle's words made a strong impression on me. He really is as smart as they say he is. Now he seemed even more impressive to me than he did before.
Skip on ahead. What are we doing?
Oh, okay, this is the day where Lauren fails to show up for class, we show up late. Goldstone chews us out. And now there's a knock at the door, which will be the detective. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. It turned out to be Alistair returning with the chalk.
You really took your time, young man. Have a seat. You too, Miss Silverlight. You've already taken up a lot of our time. All right now, let's stop getting sidetracked and finally start the lesson. Open your notebooks.
Goldstone had hardly managed to pick up the baton and walk up to the blackboard as someone knocked on the door. Here we go again. Who could it be? Maybe it's Lauren? I wish that'd be true. Without her, I always feel so lonely at school.
Come in,
said Professor in his habitual manner, apparently thinking it was some student. But no one came in. Further still, the knocking repeated itself. Goldstone cringed, but went to open the door. He was gone for several minutes. Apparently the person behind the door had something to tell the professor. Finally, the professor returned to the classroom, and he wasn't alone. Goldstone entered the room together with Detective Maximilian Blackwood. But what does that mean? What's he doing here? A bad feeling appeared in my stomach.
Class, a moment of your attention, please. I've just been told terrible news. One of our students, Miss Lauren Greenhill, has gotten into an accident.
What? Something happened to Lauren? Oh my god. My heart started beating like crazy.
Due to this incident, I am compelled to introduce you Detective Maximilian Blackwood, who is working on this case. Good morning, students. Unfortunately, last night Miss Greenhill was attacked by the murderer, who I'm sure you've all heard of.
The students broke out in whispers.
It happened on her way home from the academy.
The noise level in the classroom immediately went up.
But, luckily, Miss Lauren is alive.
I heaved a sigh. Lauren is alive!
Miss Greenhill must be extraordinarily lucky. The killer got scared off by a dog that one of the locals was walking. Currently, she's at the St. Helena Hospital.
I couldn't contain myself and almost shouted out. How is she feeling? Is she badly hurt?
Miss Mia Silverlight? Is that you? Never thought I'd run into you in such circumstances.
Only now did it occur to me that the detective simply couldn't have known that I'm on one course with Lauren. He probably didn't even see me when he came in. Good day, Detective Blackwood. So, how is Lauren now?
She isn't as much hurt as she's experienced severe stress. Luckily, the perpetrator didn't have enough time to cause her any serious harm, though the scars may take a while to heal.
I noticed that all the students were closely following my conversation with the detective. I think they were surprised that I turned out to know this elf. After all, not everyone has such acquaintances.
Lord Escald Silverlight notified me of your discovery. I believe that piece of evidence is truly something important for the investigation. I've also heard that you've had a close run-in with the alleged murder. Is that so? Wow, just spill all our secrets in front of everyone, Detective Blackwood.
A hubbub of voices passed through the class. I could literally feel with my skin that everyone was looking at me with wide eyes.
Huh? You could literally feel with your skin that everyone was looking at you with wide eyes. Is that some kind of half-elf power? Can owls literally feel when people are looking at them? That sounds like a horrible feeling. To feel something with your skin when someone's looking, that's weird.
It was terribly awkward. I felt my face turning red. I'm exactly sure that it was the killer.
Huh? I'm exactly sure that it was the killer?
But the crystal I found definitely belonged to that criminal. Uncle Escald confirmed that.
Wow, we're just like revealing all the secrets of this investigation to an entire class of teenagers. I can't imagine that affecting the investigation in any way. I don't think that the Honorable Professor Goldstone will mind if I take you out of class for questioning.
The detective turned to the professor while waiting for his reaction.
If that's what's needed for the investigation, then I don't mind. Understand that this is deeply serious, so you are free to go, Miss Silverlight.
Hearing that Lauren didn't get badly hurt did make me feel a bit better, but I was still very hurt by what happened to her. After all, I could have walked her home. Then the maniac wouldn't have been able to attack her. But then again, I'm a half-blood too, so who knows? Maybe that day there would have been 2 victims instead of 1. Now that's a disturbing thought.
Okay, let's skip on ahead. Don't ask anything. Skip on ahead.
I think I should tell the detective the truth. Be as it may, I wasn't there alone. I better tell it the way it really was. Well, at first, I wasn't exactly alone.
You mean?
When I came from the academy, I saw my friend from the lower district waiting for me by the gate.
Could you be more specific?
He's a human guy. We've been friends since childhood. His name is Robin Richards. He was here for about half an hour. We had a chat and he left. And almost right after that, I saw that we weren't alone that whole time. I believe my uncle already told you about what happened next?
You'll have to give the address of this Richards fellow, so I can send him a summons for questioning. It's quite possible that he could have seen or heard something, and not given it any importance. Alright, we have that figured out. I would also like to see the place where you found the quartz crystal. Okay, this is when we go check out our bedroom window. Now we've learned about the Silent Sorrow. We'll accept security. This will lead to the big fight with the police officers and all of that. Wilhelm being a creep. Loud explosion of Glasgow coming in, talking to Lauren. Oh, Robin and what's-his-face getting into a fight. And now we choose Robin as who we want security from.
There is one person whom I trust completely. His name is Robin Richards.
Robin Richards? Isn't that the young man you were with in the garden when you noticed someone spying on you?
Yes, that's him. Robin is my childhood friend from when I used to live in the lower district.
Yes, I remember that. You've already told me. That actually sounds like a good opportunity to question him.
You haven't questioned him yet? What the hell have you been doing, detective?
Well then, since you trust this young man so much, all I can do is accept your choice.
Wow, now my jaw actually feels weird. Maybe it's the painkillers I took earlier. Maybe I'm just feeling a bit high. I don't know. I feel weird and woozy. I'm just a mess today, I guess.
Since you trust this young man so much, all I can do is accept your choice.
I can't feel my mouth. It's all numb.
Though I'm not completely sure that Lord Silverlight will allow you to go to the lower district.
That's understandable. The lower district doesn't happen to have the best reputation. Since besides humans, it's home to trolls and a small bunch of goblins, making the criminal situation not exactly safe. There are trolls and goblins in this world? I don't think that was ever mentioned before. That's just a weird, side detail to suddenly bring up. I'm sure I'll be fine with Robin, so there's nothing to worry about. All the more, I know the local rules quite well.
Well, if you think so, we should inform Lord Silverlight. Let's go to his study. I must get his approval before I summon that young man here.
You want to tell me that you'll be safe with a human? And to top it off, in the lower district? Mia, I'm sure that there are other options. Think it over again. I've already made my decision, and I'm sure it's the right one. Let me guess. Is he that curly-haired with rings in his ears who kept coming here several months in a row to see you? Yes, that's him. That human was so pestersome. Pestersome? Is that a word? That I was forced to order Bernard to kick him out on sight. Clearly, my uncle isn't too thrilled about Robin. But he doesn't even know him. He only wanted to see me. It's not his fault. That doesn't matter anymore. Explain to me just one thing. What makes you think he'll be able to protect you if anything crops up? The lower region is maze planning, and it's very easy to hide there, especially since Robin lives there and knows all the lanes and alleys. Plus, I'm sure that the warlock won't even think to look for me there. I mean, I'm Lady Silverlight. What would I be doing at a place like that?
That sounds reasonable. Looks like I have nothing to object with. But do keep in mind, if anything does happen to you there, the young man will not get away with just a black eye.
I unwittingly imagined Uncle hitting Robin on the head with one of his books and barely managed to hold back a smile. Everything will be fine. I'm confident about Robin. I'm sure he'll do everything he can to keep me safe.
I'll give the orders for Robin Richards to be invited here immediately. I don't think you'll have to wait too long.
That's for sure. Seeing me again today will probably only make Robin happy. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Why does nobody knock? Or at least open the door like a normal person? Fucking hell. Why is that one sound effect so loud? I turned the sound effects down. I don't know why it's so loud.
Detective Blackwood, Lord Silverlight.
What do you think you're doing, Officer Gray? How dare you burst into my study?
Please accept my apologies, my lord.
This better be something important, Officer Gray. Spit it out already.
The killer has just attempted to murder the half-elf who works at Count Brokencastle's gardener. He managed to get away, but the evidence clearly points to him being the one we're looking for. So the half-elf survived? The necromancer made another unsuccessful attempt. He must be very nervous.
And that's no surprise, my boy. He's running out of time. We must find and destroy the altar, along with the necromancer's new body, as soon as we can, before he gets hold of the lost soul.
or else we will be in big trouble. By the way, Officer Gray, don't burst into my study without knocking ever again. I don't care if Satan himself will be chasing you.
Okay, Satan exists in this world. Maybe not literally, but at least as an idea. Such strange things. Dumbo and Satan exist. Also Bark. Remember, Bark exists.
Or else you'll find meeting him more pleasant than meeting me.
Yes, I understand. Well, I'll be on my way.
Lord Silverlight, so did you find anything out about the altar's location? I was just thinking over some options. I believe you'll find this interesting.
Oh, we can't skip this? Okay.
You see these red ink marks? This is where I mark the most suitable places in the city for such a complicated ritual. These are large abandoned structures that are far from the public view.
Can the choice really be that small? There are only 3 marks here.
These places have unique properties. They're all located in areas with high concentrations of negative energy. This is an old cemetery, a demolished prison, and a psychiatric hospital, which was closed down last year due to a fire. I believe that the necromancer turned his attention to these specific places.
But why does he need extra energy? Won't the power he'll get from the ritual dagger be enough? Or does the necromancer plan to use it for restraining the silent sorrow?
Exactly. If the necromancer becomes too weak during the ritual, the silent sorrow will kill him. So he'll be running out of strength. So if he's running out of strength, he'll be able to draw some energy from the environment.
I could send police squads to each of these places. But what if they run into the warlock? I don't think the policeman will make it out alive. I can't put my people at risk like that.
This is exactly why we need to figure out the location of the altar as soon as possible and go there ourselves. I think we could cross off the psychiatric hospital. Why is that? They started renovating it a couple months ago. I've heard that they plan to have it rebuilt by spring. So I doubt that the necromancer would use a place with workers.
Great. 1 place less. But what about the other 2?
The cemetery and the prison are on the same shore, unlike the hospital, and they're both approximately the same distance away from the Silverlight Mansion. We could choose either direction.
You mean that we'll have to guess?
I'm sorry, Max, but this is the best I can come up with.
Fine. We'll decide on the way.
Mia, Detective Blackwood and I are leaving. Go back to your room right now and wait there for your... friend. When he comes, you must go to a safer place right away. Okay, Uncle.
But write a note before you leave, so we know where you went.
And leave it in my study. Just don't touch anything on the table. Of course, I understand.
Excellent. Hurry up, Maximilian.
Uncle and Detective Blackwood briskly walked out of the study, trying to choose where to go first along the way. I must say, I felt a lot less safe when they left. But on the bright side, I'll get to see the lower district again. It's not as horrible of a place as everyone thinks. I even miss it. Back in my room, I decided to kill time reading, as usual. I opened the end table, searching for the love novel I didn't finish yesterday. But the first thing caught my eye was the letter from Alistair, where he wrote that he's worried about me. To be honest, I was shocked that he came here and even confessed having feelings for me. I've never thought of him as a guy I could have a future with. After all, we are too different. I doubt that he's capable of loving me the way Robin does. I think I have no need for keeping this letter. I crumpled it up and threw it away in the wastebasket. I closed the end table without taking out a thing. Suddenly, I heard a knock on the door. What could have happened? Is Robin here already? Come in.
Miss Mia, you have a visitor.
Judging by how annoyed the butler looked, he kept shaking his head. I figured out that Robin really was in the mansion already. Bernard, tell him to come here right away.
Very well, milady.
Bernard left mumbling something on his way. He probably couldn't understand why he had to take the person who he'd been diligently kicking out of the yard for several months to my room. But I didn't care about what Bernard thought. Mia, why didn't you tell me you were in danger? The
The police came to me and said that I must go to the Silverlight Mansion as soon as possible to help assure your safety. What happened? I didn't beat about the bush and told them about everything that happened to me recently, including some spying on me. What happened to Lauren, and the recent attack too. The more Robin listened, the sadder he looked. I couldn't even imagine that everything is this serious. Why didn't you tell me earlier? I mean, you didn't say anything to me, even when you showed me that damn crystal. I'm sorry. I didn't want to alarm you, because I know how much you'd worry. You shouldn't have concerned yourself with me so much. Your safety is above all. All right now. If you're ready, then let's head to the lower district right away. I don't think that scumbag will be looking for you at a local church, for instance. Okay, I'll just write Uncle a note and we can go. I feel like writing a note, like if we were worried that the guy might attack us in our own house, writing a note saying where we are is just going to be a clue for Wilhelm. Which I assume is how we're going to end up confronting him. Here it is, the good old lower district. And this is a new scene, we haven't seen this place before. It's as crowded, noisy, and fun here as usual. Everything is so full of life, giving the place a special ambiance. Oh, whimsical and dangerous, yet bright and exciting world. I've missed you so. Robin and I were making our way through the bustling crowd, trying to reach an open space as soon as possible. He walked quickly, skillfully threading between people and trying not to graze anyone. Funny, but I got the idea he could have been a great dancer. That's how graceful and precise his movements were. I couldn't even dream that one day we'd be strolling hand in hand like when we were kids. This is like a dream. And I don't want this dream to end. I too would like to see you more often, but not in such circumstances. Oh, sorry, I wasn't thinking. It's fine, don't worry about it. You know, after running into your blonde classmate that time, I started worrying that, well, I was worried that you might like that poser. Alistair? He's just so venomous and arrogant. You would have been miserable with him, I'm sure of that. You have nothing to worry about, Robin. I don't like Alistair at all. After all, you're the one I'm with right now, not him. Doesn't that show who's more important to me? You can't even imagine how happy I am to hear that. It's just that I can't imagine my life without you. I looked into Robin's clear, sparkling eyes. He looked happy. Suddenly, I felt the desire to cuddle him and close my eyes. I always feel so calm when he's around. Now let's be on our way. We have to reach the place before it gets dark. By all means, lead the way. I joyfully looked around once more, bringing up memories of my childhood. Clearly, this isn't the best place to live, but it has its charm. There he is. It's your boy. Suddenly, I noticed a dark silhouette down the street. Without a doubt, it was him, the necromancer. But how did he find me here? Unwittingly, I clutched hold of Robin's sleeve. Mia? The warlock, he's over there. He's not going to get you. Run! Robin grabbed me by the hand and ran into the nearest narrow alley. Unfortunately, it turned out to be a dead end. There were piles of construction waste, some of which almost reached the middle of the wall. But Robin didn't seem to lose courage at all. He gestured me to come closer and quickly climbed to the very top. Then he grabbed onto a drain pipe and pulled up and ended up on the roof. Then Robin reached out and helped me join him. Great, now we're on the roofs, and God, the birds are super loud up here. Once on the roof, I saw the lower district from a height from the first time. It's so calm here. No noisy crowds, no hurrying people, no pushy salesmen. How high up are we that we can't hear the crowds anymore? Up here is the only... Will these birds shut up? Up here is only the clear sky and snow-white clouds. Yep, look at all those clouds. Quick, follow me. I know how to reach the church from here, but be careful. The tiling is old and crumbly. Try not to slip. Tell me, why the church? Windy. You probably don't remember my brother, Eric. Oh, that's news to us. Robin has a brother. Anyways, we're going to him. Robin's brother was a young priest who was recently entrusted to lead the congregation. To be honest, I barely knew him and only seen him a couple of times. Wow, what a close relationship we've had with Robin, that we've barely seen his brother a couple times. Give me your hand. We have to hurry. I grabbed Robin's hand, and we started moving in a direction that only he knew. We passed less than a dozen meters when a strange smog appeared out of nowhere.
Why are you running, Mia? That's so rude of you.
Wilhelm? So it really was you.
Get away from her this instant, Warlock. Or else what? Are you going to make me?
You tried to kill Lauren. How could you? Perhaps you didn't know this, but she happens to love you.
Didn't know? You think I'm an idiot? Lauren hinted at her feelings in every possible...
Are we inside like a pigeon coop? Why is it so noisy up here?
Lauren hinted at her feelings in every possible way. Even if I was deaf and dumb, I still couldn't have ignored that.
And you, knowing that, still tried to take her soul?
I don't expect you to understand. Just believe that I did that without pleasure. You're just gonna remember that pigeons are not the bosses of our lives.
So, you're dying? Is that true?
You want me to beat about the bush? All right then. You won't get away anyway, and your friend won't help you. I found out that I was ill about 2 years ago. At that same time, I found out that there's no cure for my illness. I had a choice. I could either patiently wait for death, or fight it. I chose the latter. Lucky for me, despite studying to become an elemental mage, I turned out to be talented in many other areas as well, including necromancy, a knack for which I've been carefully hiding, almost since childhood. But now, I don't care about laws and prohibitions. My life is at stake.
You killed so many half-elves.
That was all for a good cause. Now, even you can help me. I need only one soul. I don't care whose it is.
Wilhelm took a step toward me, completely ignoring Robin as if he didn't exist.
One more step, and you'll regret that the illness hasn't killed you yet.
That attack hit straight on the mark. Suddenly, Wilhelm angrily squinted and turned to face Robin.
What do you think you're going to do, loser?
Suddenly, Robin lunged forward and tried to grab Wilhelm.
Look, they're struggling. They're struggling.
Struggling and pigeons. Wilhelm was so surprised, he barely managed to avoid that sudden attack. He was clearly puzzled. Apparently, he wasn't expecting such resistance from a human. Elves quite often tend to underestimate them. Without losing speed, Robin repeated his move, trying to knock Wilhelm off his feet. Everything turned into a real fight. The tiling dangerously crumbled under their feet, while they kept coming dangerously close to the edge of the roof. We used dangerously twice in the same sentence. It really loses its impact. My heart skipped a beat every time it seemed like Robin was just about to fall. But then, Wilhelm pushed Robin away, and, taking advantage of the free second, used magic. Whoa, so exciting. Oh no, Robin! That strike forcefully flung Robin straight at the brick chimney. Robin! He didn't budge. It was hard to understand whether he was still alive. I really hoped that Robin was merely unconscious from the blow. The thought of him possibly dying paralyzed me.
Stupid wink, humans. Always unable to mind their own business. Finally, we're alone. It's so beautiful here. Great place to die.
Wilhelm stretched out his arm in my direction, and right then and there, I felt a terrifying heat coming from him. My body felt like it was being squeezed with a clamp. I couldn't breathe, and everything inside me burned like there was a hellfire under my skin. I realized that I was hovering above the roof, but I couldn't understand which way was up and which way was down. My mind became obscure. Everything started to seem so flimsy and far away.
Now I'll be able to complete the ritual.
Wilhelm tenderly slid his finger down the silent sorrow's blade and whispered,
Do this for me one more time.
Don't you dare. Robin, he's alive. He threw himself at Wilhelm and wrung his hands. Wilhelm tried his best to break free, but then they both lost balance and started rolling off the roof. I couldn't stop myself from screaming in terror and covered my eyes. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to even peek at what was happening. Oh, yeah. This is this is such a useful thing. Why does the protagonist always cover her eyes whenever there's any action going on? It makes it so much easier to animate. Finally, I heard something crash and realized that one of the guys, maybe even both of them, fell off. My heart was beating, as if it were ready to jump out of my chest. Fearfully, I opened my eyes. Mia, I didn't mean to. What happened? Where's Wilhelm? He's down there. I looked down from the roof and instantly regretted it. Wilhelm really was there. He was lying on the pavement, his head unnaturally turned. His face still had the expression of surprise and terror on it. What do you mean you didn't mean to? He was the murderer, with magic powers. I would have thought that would have been the most obvious course of action, would be to throw him off the roof. A blood-red stain was spreading under his head. The sight of it made me nauseous. Without a doubt, Wilhelm was dead. Can we please get rid of these birds? I looked at Robin's confused face. He seemed to have trouble recollecting himself. But, my God, he just saved my life. Finally, the birds are quiet. I ran up to Robin and gave him a tight hug. I can't imagine how I would have lived if he'd died. You asked me if I ever could love you as more than a friend. I believe my answer is yes. For a moment, Robin was taken aback, but then he just squeezed me tighter. I've always dreamed of this moment, imagining how it would happen. But now, I'll never let you go. Evening of the same day. Oh. The epilogue is not a month later. After Robin and I returned to the Silverlight Mansion from the lower district, Uncle told us that he and the detective found the necromancer's altar and destroyed it. I told Uncle and Detective Blackwood about Robin saving my life and Wilhelm dying when he fell off the roof. Detectives set out to Wilhelm's place of death and sent the medics there as well, so they would register his death. When Uncle noticed that Robin was hurt, he offered him to wait for our family doctor in his study. For some reason, Uncle sent me to my room. That got my attention, to be honest, since I know that Uncle Asgold doesn't like Robin at all. I could have sworn that Uncle wanted to talk to him about something without me. For the umpteenth time, I thought about Robin. He turned out to be so brave. He wasn't even scared to get in a fistfight with the warlock for me. He really could have died. That thought made my heart sink. To tell the truth, I wasn't expecting for such a soft and kind person like Robin to be capable of acting in such a critical situation. This literally showed me a new side of him. It literally showed you a new side of him. I really don't think it did. I don't know if I'll get to see Robin again today, but we've arranged a date at the lower district tomorrow. Now that nothing is threatening me, I don't think that Uncle will mind us going there from time to time. Oh, I wonder what he and Uncle are talking about. It literally didn't need literally in that sentence. Yeah, like it literally showed him a new... There's literally a new side to Robin. That sounds horrifying. That sounds like some kind of eldritch abomination with like non-Euclidean angles. What he and Uncle are talking about. I'm very grateful for you saving my niece, Mr. Richards. I must admit that I wasn't expecting such fortitude and bravery from you. But you didn't invite me here to thank me, am I right? Let's say that thanking wasn't my only intention. What do you mean? I know that you were very captivated by my niece, and I simply can't ignore that circumstance. I've loved her since I was a child. This is more than just captivation, Mr. Silverlight. No need to get so excited, young man. Mia isn't the girl you remember. She's no longer a half-blood girl. She's a lady, and her reputation may suffer from friendship with humans from the lower district. Mia has the right to choose her friends herself. Calm down, there's no need for raising your voice like that, Mr. Richards. I'm just saying that you're a piece of shit because I don't like your race. Why are you acting so excitable? As far as I understand, you only wish Mia the very best, am I right? Of course, but what are you getting at? What do you think?
Are you a suitable enough partner for a girl like Mia?
Mr. Silverlight's words cut like a knife. Sure, I'm not rich, I don't have a title, but I'm willing to do anything to make Mia happy.
And how do you suppose to do that, may I ask? You don't really think that she'll be better off at that grimy lower district than at the Silverlight Mansion, do you?
Mia isn't happy here. She's lonely among elves. She's different, don't you understand? She's much more human than those of your kind.
You don't know a thing about elves, young man.
And you don't know anything about humans.
You may be right. But keep this in mind. Mia has the whole world at her feet now. She's young, rich, and good-looking. What kind of future do you have to offer?
I can offer her the strongest love that a man could be capable of. Besides that, I work, I have my own house. I'll do everything to make Mia happy.
Then set her free.
Never. She loves me too.
Are you sure about that? Or is she just grateful that you saved her life?
This cynical elf really does know where to strike. I really wasn't completely sure that Mia loves me. She clearly didn't trust me. She didn't tell me about her problems, and I couldn't even help her. She was unsettled. I was unsettled by what Mia's uncle said. But then, on the roof, she did say that she loves me. No. Actually, she said that she can fall in love with me. What if I'm the one who's wrong? What if I really will make her miserable? Mia's never shown any love for me as more than a friend. I'm afraid I was too insistent and mistook the wish for reality. What if I really will ruin her life if she stays with me? It's frightful to even think. I may become the cause of her misery. I don't know.
See? You don't even know if she loves you. Mia is a hot-spirited, emotional girl. I think you would have noticed it right away if she was in love with you.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I see only one way out of this situation.
What do you mean?
You must disappear from her life. I'm sure she wouldn't be sad about that for too long. Just name the price for which you're willing to leave Mia alone, and I'll give you the money.
Keep your money. Do you really think you could buy me off?
I can sense your doubt. You do understand that life with you will only cause Mia harm.
But I love her.
Love won't put food on the table. How would you feel about serving as a cabin boy on a merchant ship?
Oh, no, that wasn't a rhetorical question. I think he's actually offering. How would you feel about serving as a cabin boy on a merchant ship? What? What are you talking about?
This evening, a merchant ship called the Dark Star will be departing from port. It's owned by a friend of mine. If you get a job there, you will not only disappear from Mia's life, but you will get a decent profession as well. Plus, you'll get to see the world while you're at it. I'll write you a recommendation letter.
But I'm supposed to meet up with Mia tomorrow.
She doesn't love you. Don't ruin her life. So do we have a deal?
I felt hurt and empty, as if my heart had stopped. But this seemed to be the right thing to do. Yeah, it's a deal. I'll go out into sea and never bother Mia again.
Excellent. I will write the letter this instant. You'll have to go to the port right away. Bad ending. I'm leaving so you can be happy. Wow, that is gonna be the saddest ending ever. Yeah, that's really sad. Jeez. Okay then, so that was the bad ending for Robin. Now let's do the good ending. Did it? Yeah, yes, we did it, but at what cost? Okay, now let's speedrun.
Speedrun.
Skip. Okay, maybe some other times if we're being nice. Skip. Hide. Skip. And finally, we're going to tell the truth to, Oh no, we're still supposed to say, don't say anything. Okay. We're still not going to tell him the truth. Back to the terrifying bird roof.
Yeah, I really need communication. That's new. Sometimes I could spend the whole day without talking to anyone. The servants aren't talkative, and Uncle is usually either in his room or away at some scientific conference, so I don't even see him. And the lower district is off limits, as he doesn't allow me to go there. I'm very sorry that things are the way they are, but you know what? I will be waiting for you on this spot in the morning. At least we'll be able to have a chat before you leave for the academy. If it'll be necessary, then I'll come at night and wait until morning just to see you. Robin spoke those words so enthusiastically and with such unexpected passion that it even slightly shocked me, though I didn't show it. Of course you should come, but not at night. It's dangerous and there's no point in it. I'll be happy to see you in the morning. I'll be here. Suddenly, my uncle's silhouette appeared in the light-flooded window. Robin caught my eye, turned around, and, disappointed, fell silent. Time for you to go. Yes, sorry. You have nothing to be sorry for. I took up enough of your time as it is. No worries. It's not like this is goodbye forever. Suddenly, Robin stopped to think for a moment, and looked at me in the eyes. He had a strange expression on his face, and a glimpse of sadness flashed in his eyes. Jasmine allergies? It's August. Jasmine stopped blossoming a long time ago. I felt very embarrassed, especially having been caught out on such a stupid lie. But I didn't intend anything bad. I was only afraid that Robin would get upset if he found out how bad I have it at the academy. Robin, it's okay. Perhaps you want to talk about it later with a friend. With those words, Robin disappeared into the ascended darkness. Still not sure what the ascended darkness means, but okay. Okay, and then we see Stranger. We go home this instant. Oh, right, he tries to kiss us. Let's dodge. Maybe one day. Yeah, we did this all on our first playthrough, I think. Don't say anything. This is the good ending, right? Yeah, okay. I won't go see Goldstone. Bernard is my uncle. Hang on, what's going on here? Good evening, Lady Mia. Good evening, Bernard. Bernard came out to welcome me. I suppose Uncle ordered him to do it. And if that's so, then I must be in trouble. Bernard is my uncle's butler, who's been faithfully and loyally serving the Silverlight family for many years now. He's the one who kept kicking Robin out when he came to see me. The truth is that Bernard didn't do it because he's mean. He's not mean at all. Those were simply Uncle Askeld's orders. Uncle is a true aristocrat to his fingertips and believes that I shouldn't communicate with humans, especially those from the lower district where I used to live. Bernard is more kind than wicked, but he's a loyal servant of his master and always follows orders precisely. Lord Askell would like to see you, milady. I believe it has something to do with a phone call from the academy. I knew it. The professor had already told him about everything. Bernard, how angry is Uncle at me? Lord Askell is far too well-mannered to show servants his emotions. Unfortunately, I can't tell you whether he is angry or not. All right. Does your uncle have any reason to be mad at you? I'm afraid he does, and I'm awfully sorry for it. I don't think you should worry about it too much. In any case, my lord wishes to see you in his study. Oh well, nothing left but to walk to Uncle's study with a heart full of uncertainty. To my surprise and relief, there was no one in the room when I entered it. Uncle Askell's study was on the second floor of the mansion. I think this is where we see the pendant and our mother. Okay. We're supposed to listen in this time. Skip on ahead. Get the letter. But we are not going to talk to Alistair. Don't ask anything. I better say I was here alone. No need to get Robin involved in this shady matter. Yes, I was here alone. That day I left the academy a bit later. Yep, we had this. Accept security. I wonder what happens when we refuse. I'm really curious about that. Loud explosion. No idea why that one particular sound doesn't seem to be affected by me turning the volume down. Okay, and then we accept Robin as security. Human. Oh, there is one person I trust completely. His name is Robin Richards. Human. I'm not sure how he got human. Maybe it's because we said person and that was supposed to be translated as human. But I'm not sure how he got human from just the name. That means he lives in the lower district, am I right? Of course, Maximilian doesn't know about it because we didn't say that he was there before. Yes, he's from there, just like me. Perhaps you weren't aware of this, but I spent my whole life living in the lower district, and only the past year living here, in the upper one. Robin and I have been friends since we were children, and he's very dear to me. I doubt that I'll be able to find anyone who's more trustworthy than him. Well then, since you trust this young man so much, all I can do is accept your choice. Though I'm not completely sure that Lord Silverlight will allow you to go to the lower district. Okay, skip on ahead. Another loud explosion. Fight on the roof. And he's dead again. At least we didn't have to listen to the birds too much. I ran up to Robin and gave him a tight hug. I can't imagine how I would have lived if he had died. You asked me if I could ever love you as more than a friend. I believe my answer is yes. For a moment, Robin was taken aback, but then he just squeezed me tighter. I've always dreamed of this moment, how it would happen. But now, I'll never let you go. I was so afraid you'd never say this, especially after you ran away that time I tried to kiss you. Evening of the same day. After Robin and I returned to the Silverlight Mansion from the lower district. Yep, we just saw all this. Let's skip on ahead. This cynical elf really knows where to strike. I wasn't completely sure that Mia loves me. She clearly didn't trust me. She didn't tell me about her problems, and I couldn't even help her. What if Lord Silverlight is right? Mia always kept me at a distance. She even did everything to avoid me kissing her that time in the garden. I was unsettled by what Mia's uncle said. But then, on the roof, she did say that she loves me. No, actually, she said that she could fall in love with me. What if I'm the one who's wrong? What if I really will make her miserable? Perhaps you'd like to name a price for which you're willing to leave my niece alone. How dare you offer me such a thing? Keep your money. I ran out of Master Silverlight's study, enraged. Finally, the explosion actually seems to fit the mood of the scene. I was right. Elves don't have a drop of humanity in them. The next day. Mia should be here soon, but I'm still thinking about Lord Silverlight's words. Matter of fact, I wasn't even surprised when he offered me money in exchange for leaving Mia alone. All elves must think that humans are open to bribery and are willing to do anything for money. But he was wrong. I'm not one of those people who are capable of betraying their love so easily. Especially now, when Mia finally turned her attention to me. You can't possibly think that I really am going to bring Mia back to the lower district. Instead, I have a long-term vision, and I perfectly understand that she deserves the very best. Robin? You're so pensive today. I'm so glad you came. There's something I need to discuss with you. It's important. What do you mean? Is something wrong? Don't worry. Everything's fine. I've given much thought to what I can give you and the future I can offer. Robin. And you know what? I decided I must provide my girlfriend with the very best. What are you talking about? I don't really need anything. I just want to be with you. Love is a wonderful thing, of course. But it's not the only thing you need for life. I talked to my brother this morning, and he said he'd help me open my own business. But all you need is love. Love is all you need. He has a friend that brings southern spices by sea. I could make a deal with him and begin my spice merchant career.
I've even already counted how much I'll be needing for rent and how much time it will take for me to pay back my brother. What do you think?
Robin, this is so unexpected. Hearing such ambitious plans from you. You know, I've never given much thought to the future before. All I ever needed was for you to love me. But yesterday, Lord Silverlight sent me a clear message that I can't have you follow me into nowhere. What? What did Uncle say to you? Don't worry, he was right. I got it, and will now act differently. So what do you think about my plans? I think it's a great idea. In any case, I'll support you no matter what you do. I promise that you will never know hunger and poverty with me. I will work, fight, and become successful for you. Good ending. Plans for the future. Okay, we got the good ending. Close that. Got the achievement for the good ending. Now finally, last ending for Robin. We need to get the perfect ending. It would also help if I clicked on the game instead of on the OBS preview. Room is in the air. Okay, speed run. Maybe some other time. Speed run. Stay where I am. Speed run. Finally, we are actually going to talk about today's incident at the academy. Well, actually, nothing special happened. Just, you know that I study with elves at an academy for aristocrats now. Anyways, the problem is that they despise me and think I'm inferior. Because I'm not a pure-blooded elf, you see. For the most part, everyone in my class treats me with contempt and pretend like they don't notice me. Well, except for whispering behind my back. But there's one twosome, the Darkrose sisters, who are always trying to make me cry. Who dares treat you with contempt? Elves are arrogant snobs without a single drop of humility. They're not worth getting upset over. But I'm half-elf myself, remember? Yes, Mia, I remember. But you're nothing like the elves. You're kind, friendly. You're one of us. The fact that part of your blood is elf is nothing more than a happenstance. Maybe Robin is right. I'm much more human than elf. I don't belong among the aristocrats. I've always felt more calm and comfortable with humans, rather than the spoiled elves. Never mind, Robin. Forget about it. It's really not that awful. I just had a stressful day and feel the urge to complain, especially since I haven't seen you in so long and missed you so much. To be honest, I thought it would be much worse. Oh, Mia, I hope that being there alone isn't too hard on you. Many months have passed since the last time you've been to the lower district. To be honest, I already thought that you got so carried away by your new life among the aristocracy that you completely forgot about us mere mortals. Recently, I was at the cemetery taking... Yeah, this is about the grave and stuff. Yeah, I really need communication. Let's get through that. You have nothing to be sorry for. I took up enough of your time as it is. No worries, it's not like this is goodbye forever. I'm glad that you told me about how it's going at the academy. I was worried for you. For me, it's very important that you trust me. Keep in mind that I'll always with you, no matter what. I looked into Robin's wide, open, sincere eyes. He knows me so well, as I know him. If I can't trust Robin, then who can I trust? I'm so happy I talked to you. It even made me feel better. If you want to talk more, you know where to find me. I'll always be waiting for you. With those words, Robin disappeared into the ascended darkness. Staring after him, I suddenly remembered what I was told this afternoon. If the murderer who kills half-bloods really did return, I shouldn't be walking around at night like this. This murderer has been acting in the city for quite a while now. No less than a couple years. Recently there was a calm and everyone took a breather, but he returned. His distinctive feature was that he never killed pure-blooded elves. Yep. Okay, so we're supposed to follow the stranger, chase him, but then decide we better leave him alone.
Day 2, time to talk.
Uncle's mansion looks much better during the day than at night, especially now when the sun just came up and everything is soaked in its blinding light. I wonder where's Robin? It seemed like he really wanted to meet me before I leave for the academy. Mia! I'm sorry, I dozed off on a bench while I was waiting for you. The school uniform suits you well. You're so pretty. Sorry, I'm just blabbering. It's all right, Robin. Thank you. So you like my uniform, huh? We don't have to stick to a specific style at the academy. Ultimately, the clothes have to be made out of a specific fabric of the right color. So everyone wears whatever they want. We even have a girl who wears slacks. Can you imagine? Slacks? A girl? Is that allowed? Well, many teachers complain, but she doesn't care. There's nothing in the rules about girls not being allowed to wear slacks. Probably because no one's tried to do it yet. I never thought that elves could be rebels. They're all so stiff and law-abiding. They could be anything, just like people. But yeah, most of them try to, if not be, then at least seem proper. Their reputation is of utter importance to them. If you blur your name once, you'll never be able to clear it. Well, that doesn't sound like much fun. It's not. Suddenly, Robin came closer and took my hand. Mia. Robin's hand was warm, and his voice slightly quivered. I felt uncomfortable and lowered my eyes. I've been meaning to tell you for a while now. My breathing paused for a second. You don't have to be a genius to guess what Robin wants to tell me. I've noticed the way he looks at me. It's not the way you would look at a childhood friend, but perhaps a girlfriend? We've known each other for so long. I'm probably like a brother to you. I kept silent, couldn't raise my eyes to look at him. I couldn't take my hand out of his either. I like Robin a lot, but not in the way he would want me to. I think I love you. Oh God, Robin, I was hoping you wouldn't say that. I didn't say anything, and neither did he. My heart was beating like crazy. What should I do? What should I say? You're not going to say anything? Perhaps you'll answer one day. Sometime later? Robin pushed his lips closer to mine.
Okay, and now we're supposed to respond to the kiss.
And I thought, why not?
Oh, wow. Open mouth kissing.
Robin softly touched my lips with his. His kiss was hot and careful at the same time. I sensed the smell of his hair, his hands touching mine. A fever came over me. Oh God, what am I doing? I slightly pulled away, trying to get a hold of myself. Did I do something wrong? No, everything's fine. I have to go to school. Robin unwillingly let me out of his embrace. I don't want to let you go. We'll see each other later. I really have to run. All red with bewilderment, I set off to the academy.
Okay, skip on ahead.
Do you like anyone? Perhaps some elf or human? Robin immediately came to mind. I can't believe I really kissed him. I thought of his lips, warm and tender like a girl's.
Wait, what? Oh, I guess you have your own lips to compare to. I thought you'd been kissing girls.
Warm and tender like a girl's. It felt nice, and at the same time kind of awkward. For so many years, he's been like a brother to me. And now this confession? But, to be honest, it wasn't unexpected for me. I've noticed before that our friendship was slowly transforming into something else. What should I do with Robin? Am I capable of loving him as more than a friend? Robin is always so caring and delicate. I can always rely on him, even though it's not love in the full sense of the word. I could mention him.
Okay, and we do tell Lauren about Robin, which we've already seen before.
Even despite that, he kept coming and waiting for me until we finally met. And this morning, we sort of had a date. A date? Ooh, tell me more. Come on, Mia. Well, what's there to tell? We kissed. I turned scarlet as I said that. Why am I talking about something so personal? Then again, Lauren is my best friend, and I trust her. Aw, Mia, that's so sweet. I really hope Wilhelm and I will have a date too one day. Yeah, okay. I really do like him a lot. So unlike me. But I outright lose my head when he's around. I'm so happy you have an admirer. Honestly, I'm even a little jealous. Okay. We respond to the kiss. We won't go see Goldstone. Unbelievable. Today was the day of my first kiss. And who was it? A childhood friend. How in the world did that happen? Though, I did like it. What am I supposed to do with that now? I talked back to Professor Goldstone at the academy. He was so angry. I just ran home instead of somehow solving that problem. I hope Goldstone will think that Uncle told me off as proper. Nonetheless, Uncle Asgold turned out to not be as scary as I thought. Or maybe it's because he doesn't care how I'm doing at the academy. But I'm more interested in knowing why he had my mother's portrait in his study. That's strange. Yep, okay, let's skip on ahead. Let's listen in on the conversation. Oh, and now we're telling Uncle about the stranger we saw. Then I tried to follow him, but he started threatening me, and I ran into the house. You did what? Tried to follow? Oh, gods. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? I didn't think it was that important. I didn't want to bother you. Oh, Mia, you must pay more attention to your safety. I will notify Detective Blackwood of this incident immediately. It will be of some interest to him. I have nothing to talk to him about, so we're going to leave Alistair in the lurch. I would really like to help you somehow, but I have absolutely no experience communicating with boys, so I can't give you any advice. Sorry. What about that human guy? Robin, was it? Remember, you told me about him. You two even kissed. Isn't that serious? The thing is, I like Robin, but only as a friend. He's wonderful and kind, but he's like a brother to me. The kiss was completely his initiative. Oh, yep, and bitter irony. Oh yeah, Robin gives us a rose. I plucked it at your neighbor's place, though they did make me run from their Doberman for it. Robin, don't give us a gift and then immediately tell us it's stolen. But the smile on your face is worth it. I already used to think about you all the time, but after that kiss, it's as if I'd lost my mind. I just can't get it out of my head. I remembered our kiss, and my face went red with embarrassment. I don't want to rush you, but... Tell me, is there a chance for me to become someone who's more than a friend for you? What am I supposed to say to that? Robin is wonderful. He's very kind and sweet, but I'm not ready to see him as more than just a friend yet. I really like you, Robin, but I'm not ready to answer that question yet. I'm sorry. Then I'll ask later. I can wait a whole eternity for you. I felt utterly uncomfortable and decided to change the subject. I have a question for you. Ask away. Do you know what this stone is? I found it in the garden today. I pulled the crystal out of my pocket and put it on my open palm. Robin took the crystal and brought it closer to the light. I'm not sure, but it appears to be a quartz crystal? A quartz crystal? Yeah, and this is where we find out that it's the crystal that the murderer uses. Don't ask anything. Then we say that we were here alone. Accept security. Hello, my love. What are you doing? Still being up this late? What are you doing sneaking about? Yes, it's almost 1:30 in the morning for you, my dear. Security? Perhaps that's not such a bad idea. But we're almost done here anyway. I shouldn't worry about it? Okay. If you say so. Excellent. I'll ask the ministry. Yep. Get some police officers. Wilhelm jumps over the fence, B's a creep, attacks us, and in our sleep, talk to Lauren. I should stop them this instant before something terrible happened. Yeah, now Robin and Alistair are fighting. I hope Robin won't let it slip about me kissing him. That would be so awkward. How's the stream going? It's going great. Then again, what am I thinking? We've done almost all of Robin's endings. We're just going for the perfect ending here. Then we have to do the perfect ending for Maximilian, and then we will be done with the game, I believe. Though I am curious to see if there are some bad endings as well. Then again, what am I thinking? Robin would never tell about something like that to a stranger. Tell me, is your blood really blue? I wouldn't mind checking if you're not chicken. What? Robin is threatening Alistair? This is so unlike Robin. Skip on ahead. Speed run. And now, we talk to Robin. And now, let's skip on ahead, so we don't have to deal with the bird fight. You asked me if I could ever love you as more than a friend. I believe my answer is yes. For a moment, Robin was taken aback, but then he just squeezed me tighter. I've always dreamed of this moment, imagining how it would happen. But now, I'll never let you go. I knew you'd be mine, since back when you let me kiss you in the mansion's garden. Evening of the same day. Skip on ahead. You make cookies. You make cookies right now? Or are these cookies that you had earlier? That you've just remembered you made? Because if you made them right now, I'm wondering what the hell you're doing cooking this late at night. I was unsettled by what Mia's uncle said. Just now. What is wrong with you? Mind you, you did say you slept most of the day, right? I suppose it's okay for you to be up this late. And cooking is a good use of your time, I suppose. If you enjoy doing it. I was unsettled by what Mia's uncle said. But then, on the roof, she did say she loves me. No. Actually, she said she can fall in love with me. What if I'm the one who's wrong? What if I really will make her miserable? No, I don't believe that. Even if Mia didn't have any feelings for me then, she wouldn't have let me kiss her that time in the garden. No one just lets a friend do that. I don't know. Isn't that, open-mouthed kisses for your friends? That's a normal thing to do. Perhaps you'd like to name a price for which you're willing to leave my niece alone. How dare you offer me such a thing? Keep your money. Boom. I ran out of Mr. Silverlight's study enraged. I was right. Elves don't have a drop of humanity in them. The next day. You gonna try and get some sleep? Well, it is lovely to have you here, Bruxus. You're always welcome to stop by, and thank you for sticking with us for most of the stream. But yes, it is getting very late for you. And, yeah. I'll see you around. If I don't see you Wednesday or Friday, I will see you in your own streams. And, let's give Bruxus a quick shout out. He is a wonderful streamer and a very good friend of mine. So go give him a follow. If you feel like it. Because he's definitely worthwhile. A lovely, lovely person. Oh, and we seem to have broken the game by minimizing it at that point. What is going on here? Drop of humanity in them. Oh, this is interesting. How have we done that? That should not be up there. I don't even know how that effect is possible. It's somehow got like a mirrored, inverted thing going on. Wait, you guys can't even see it. You guys must think I'm crazy. It's not happening on your on the preview. Why is that? Okay, well, what I'm seeing is that like half of the, like a third of the screen is like cut off, flipped upside down, and then like, I don't know. Yeah, it's very strange to me. But I guess we'll continue on if you guys can see it fine. Mia should be here soon, but I'm still thinking about Lord Silverlight's words. Matter of fact, I wasn't even surprised when he offered me money in exchange for leaving Mia alone. All elves must think that humans are open to bribery. Bribery? Bribery, and are willing to do anything for money. But he was wrong. I'm not one of those people who are capable of betraying their love so easily, especially now when Mia finally turned her attention to me. You can't possibly think that I really am going to bring Mia back to the lower district. Yeah, okay, we know about your plan of becoming a spice merchant. Don't worry, he was right. I got it and will now act differently. So how do you like my idea? Oh, Robin, it's simply wonderful. Do you really like it? Of course. I've never seen you so determined and confident before. I think you'll do great, and I will always support you, no matter what. I couldn't keep myself from kissing her, which only made her smile. Mia, I love you so much. I love you too, Robin. I can't believe she really said that. I've been waiting for this for so long. Perfect ending. Our future... That was the perfect ending? What a lame, like, kiss on the cheek as the perfect ending. Mind you, we did have the open mouth kiss before in the garden. But that was an open mouth kiss between friends. Nothing untoward, nothing sexual about an open mouth kiss. You're just two good friends rubbing our tongues together. Okay, so that is that. So, gallery, how are we doing? We're still missing 2. Which may be bad ends, now I think about it. We're missing 2 there, which would be the perfect ending for Maximilian, maybe? Yeah, it must be. Kisses on the cheek are romantic? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. It's not what I was expecting for the grand finale. For the perfect ending, it's just a kiss on the cheek. Honestly, and it wasn't that much different from the good ending. Like, it was practically the same. I feel like they really cheaped out there. Okay, so now we need the perfect ending for Maximilian. So new game. New game. Speedrun. Maybe some other time. Speedrun. Hi. Now, of course, we got the good ending and the bad ending for Maximilian on our very first playthrough. So we don't really need to stop and read too much. What did we do? Did we hide or did we stay where we are? I don't even remember. We do tell about today's incident, okay? I wouldn't say so. Follow the stranger? Actually, let's demand an explanation. I've been curious about this, and I have a suspicion. I pretended not to notice the threat in his voice. Holding back the chills, I decided not to let him go just like that. Immediately explain who you are, and what is your business here? You do realize that you're on this territory illegally? You're so stupid. Suddenly, the stranger pulled something out of his sleeve. I caught a glimpse of the Decker's blade, and realized that I'd made a mistake. I wasn't expecting that sound effect. I felt burning pain and blacked out. Falling, I caught him say as if he was speaking through cotton. Damn, where's that crystal? I can't start the ritual without it. Game over. Mia died. Aha! I did suspect that there was a bad ending there. Alright then. Begin again. Allons-y. So today we are hiding. We tell about today's incident. But then we say, I wouldn't say so. Follow the stranger.
But then we leave him alone so we don't get murdered. Don't say anything. I better not make the professor angry. You think the screen is Oh, you're right. Thank you for telling me that. Something strange is going on. Oh, so you guys missed out on the murder. Yeah, okay. Hang on. Let me close the game and start it back up and see if that fixes anything. Thank you for telling me that, Electo. Yeah, it hasn't changed in 5 minutes. No, not just you. It was happening on my end too. It must have been whatever caused that weird glitch in that ending. So that means did you guys miss guys must have missed the perfect ending as well. Okay, well that's fine, because it was basically the same. You heard me read through it. But let me start the game up again. Okay, that looks good. Let me just move you up there. Okay. But if I go to gallery. Okay, there's the murder picture. That's what happened when we got murdered. There's the open mouth kisses between friends. What else were we going for? And yeah, this was the picture from the perfect ending. On, what's his face's run? Robin's perfect ending is what it looks like. But this is the good ending picture. See, like, the difference is pretty arbitrary. Like holding hands or just a kiss on the cheek in the exact same location. But yeah, I can at least do the bad end again, real quick. Leave me alone. Don't say anything, whatever. Follow the stranger. But demand an explanation. I pretended not to notice the threat in his voice. Holding back the chills, I decided not to let him go just like that. Immediately explain who you are and what is your business here. You do realize that you're on this territory illegally. You're so stupid. Suddenly, the stranger pulled something out of his sleeve. I caught a glimpse of the Decker's blade and realized that I've made a mistake. I felt burning pain and blacked out. Falling, I caught him say as if he was speaking through cotton. Damn, where's that crystal? I can't start the ritual without it. Game over. Mia died. So yeah, that's the bad ending.